Hi everybody, it's Carrie and I am excited to share a journal with you. I'm actually doing a swap for alternative junk journals, and the swap was for like a dark fairy tale or dark fantasy, and so I chose one of my all-time favorites. I am doing Alice in Wonderland. So here's what I have created. This is a hardcover book. It measures 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. Here is the cover. There's kind of a side view. It's got about a 2 1/4 inch spine. There's the front. Here is the back. And then snapshot of the inside. So we're just going to go ahead and take ourselves a little flip through to see what we have. And then one of the requirements of the swap was to make 15 sort of embellishments, whether that be tags, journaling cards, envelopes, just really kind of whatever you wanted to make. So I will point those out as we go. But here is my inside cover. The digitals that I used in here come from Digital Curio, and there's also some Artie Mays, and also some Ephemera's Vintage Garden. So I just kind of pulled together sort of an eclectic mix. But here's my cover. I've got some marbling paper here, and a little quote down here at the bottom. And then I made a large journaling card here. How long is forever? Sometimes it's just 1 second. So I stitched this tag around. I added some sari silk, some lace, and a button. And the back has just got coffee dyed paper so that you can journal. So that's one of my little tags. All the paper in here has been tea dyed, and I also worked with parchment paper as well. So here is just a pocket, and then I just made, if I can get it out, of course you know that always happens when you're on camera, just a journaling card here, and then I put some parchment paper on the back that you can journal. Stitched a little sari silk across the top. There we go. There's going to be lots of space in this journal for writing too. I added some music paper. I stitched the white rabbit, some sari silk, and then here's just a little Wonderland bingo card. Just tucked that in. Back side, I've got some pretty scrapbook paper in here as well. I did a double glassine pocket with a little bit of lace at the bottom, and there's just a piece of marbling paper in there, and then the king is in there as well. Got some pretty lace running up the side. Here is a CD sleeve that has been tea dyed, and inside of it is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. This is a pocket, and then here is another tag that I made. So I just put some book page on there, and then one of the images from the kit, put a little bit of coffee dyed seam binding, just as a little topper, stitched around it, and there's coffee dyed paper on the back, or sorry, tea dyed. I go back and forth between tea dyeing and coffee dyeing. So most of this is tea dyed. Got a little pocket here. This is just an envelope that I tucked in that was avocado dyed. I picked those avocado envelopes up from a shop on Etsy. Denise's shop. Liked those. Thought they were kind of fun. This is an altered tag that I made. I'm going to try to take it out. Wonderland Lending Library. So I just have some paper, tea-dyed paper, and then some music paper, and then this is a little library card. I put a grommet on there, and then here's just the back. So you can journal on the back. Tucked that in. Okay, I'm just going to do that. I'll put it back, but I don't want to waste the time on camera. I have a pocket over here, and then I've got 3 little tags. These are from Victoria Designs. So there's Mad Hatter, Alice, and the Red Queen, and then you can journal on the back of all of those. Got those just tucked in right there. Got some more music paper, and I even put a little tuck spot there. Some sari silk on the back. Here is a tag that I made out of a time card. Let me get that off of there. This is a patchwork or basket weave, I guess you could call it. So I just took some scrapbook paper and did some basket weave, put a little florid on the top, and then I put some tea stain paper on the back, stitched around it. So big journaling card there. This is just a pocket for Alice that I stitched around, put some sari silk, and then there's just some scrapbook paper tucked in behind that you can journal on. This is an envelope that I made. Take these out. So I have a floret on the top. I've got some sari silk running below, and then just pocket on the inside, and I made this out of parchment paper. Got some more music paper, more tea-dyed paper. Here's one of the digitals that came with Digital Curios kit that I liked, so I put that in there, trimmed it with some lace. We've got a pocket here. Here is a tag that I made. Just got teacups on there, some lace. You can journal on the back. And then this is, as I reach, sorry. This is a little, I guess kind of a flip out that I made. I don't know really what else to call it, but I've got two little glassine bags. I've got a pocket with a great big flower, and then you flip it out, you can journal here, and then you flip it up, you can journal here. And this started out as junk mail from Dell Computers. So I just took it and I wanted to alter it. Oh, and then on the back, this is a pocket as well. So what I did is I just clipped it on here. And of course you can, you know, move around this ephemera any old way that you want to. But I was just clipping it in to kind of hold it still. There we go. So I thought that was pretty. Here's the center of the signature. You've got some more journaling space, more of those clocks. Here's the white rabbit on some music paper, a little bit of sari silk. This is a pocket. You could just tuck tag into. Easy enough. Got some more coffee dyed paper, or excuse me, tea dyed paper. Here's another Alice pocket with just a couple sheets of scrapbook paper. Here's another tag that I made. So this was actually the back cover of a Graphics Fairy paper pad that I had. And so I took that and put some cardstock on the back so that you can journal on it. And then I've got a little drink me. I even have a little tiny bee on there with some glitter wings. And then here is Alice. So she just goes right in here. Pretty papers. Mad Hatter in a CD sleeve. You've got some music paper. Here's the Queen. I do love the Queen so much. And then here is the Wild Cat. And I just made a little shaker card. So this is just a little postcard. I put some tulle over it, put some shakers in there, and then you can journal on the back. Boom. There he goes. This is... Let me pull this out. This is another little flip out. So here is the Queen. And then I've got just a little tag tucked in here. And then it flips open. You've got pocket, pocket, and then two big flowers. And these are little pockets as well. And then on the back you can journal. And I put a little belly band here so I could just tuck her in like so. I leave all my stitching strings on there because I like the messy look. Obviously if you don't like that, you certainly can trim them down, but I think it's kind of fun. Just adds to the effect. There we go. Sit down and in there, Queen, and settle down. Got some more journaling space. Here is a tea time pocket, and I just put a little guest check in here and a paper clip with some fabric on it. And then I figured the guest check you can alter, you know, and kind of create with it. Do something fun. Got some more music paper with some pretty lace running up the side. I've got a different lace coming over here. Here's a Wonderland telegram pocket and another tag that I made. This one has thoughts. That's a Tim Holtz pin. And then I just have some lace, a button, some sari silk, and then you can journal on the back. That goes there. Here's Alice and another tag that I made. So this is a paint chip sample, and I loved the purple, so I put some bling washi tape, some lace, and then a little fabric cluster stitched around it. Put some tea dye paper on the back to journal. There we go. And that just fits right in there. Here is one of those avocado envelopes that I just pinned in here. Put some mushroom cardstock below it. Here's the back side. I made a little booklet. Let me unclip this. So tarts for sale, and then here is Alice, and it's just some tea dyed paper, and I shaped it like a tag, like a big tag. So just extra journaling space. Let's see if I can get that held back in. And I just clipped it again. You could move it around anywhere you want it to be. There we go. I have a start of a tag for you. So I just put some book page on here and distressed around it. The back is plain. I haven't even punched a hole because I wasn't sure if you'd want to or not. But I know part of the fun experience with making junk journals is being able to create and collage things. And so I thought, well, here's just a tag. I think there's 2 of them in here. Just starter tags for you. Just the base. Ready to play around with. Madness. Ether, that's the Cheshire Cat on some music paper. And then I've got that white rabbit behind. And this is just the end of cardstock. I made one more of those envelopes. This one's got a big fuchsia florid on there, and then of course stitched around, and then you just open it up. I won't take this one off because I showed you one already. But that one goes there. Here are 2, 5, and 7 hanging out in the CD sleeve. So these are pockets, and you can tuck things behind them. Here's another large journaling card with the mushrooms, and then 2 small journaling cards on there that I stitched around. So you've got the caterpillar and Alice, and then you've got bought at Wonderland Grocers, and then the back of this is just purple. So you could still write on there if you wrote with black pen, but you could also put some photos on there. That's kind of what I was thinking, just a nice photo mat. So those are in there. And then the back of these has coffee dyed paper on them. Got some more music paper, more of this scrapbook paper. The scrapbook paper is kind of textured. I know you can't really see it in the video, but it's pretty cool stuff. Back side. Here's that other starter tag for you, just ready to be altered in whatever way you'd like it to be. Okay, so what have we got here? So I have 2 journaling cards, Mad Hatter and the White Rabbit, and then you've got a sweet little Alice, and then I made a music pocket with a little lace and a cluster, and then here's the inside. These little music pockets were actually inspired by April at Pink Oddbird. She did a video, I don't know, probably several months ago, but I really liked the way that hers turned out, and so of course I had to give it a try. Thank you, April. But they turn out super cute, and they're so easy to do, so that always makes it great. Let's see what else. Here's another double glassine pocket with some lace at the bottom. Got some more music paper. Here's another journaling card inside of Mad Hatter. And here is my final journaling card. This is little Alice, almost with rainbow effect, which I thought was kind of cool. So I stitched around her, tucked her in. Here's the back side. I left it plain, so you could do with it what you want to do. If you want to add a pocket, or you just want to add pictures, or if you just like it plain. I kind of just like it plain, to be honest with you, because I really like the marbling. So anyway, that is my junk journal, you guys. I hope that you like it. I hope the recipient of this journal likes it too. It's a fatty. So there is that. All I can say is, you know, if you take out some of the ephemera in there, obviously it'll lay nicely like a writing journal, but that's kind of half the fun. And it was just exciting to have the opportunity to do a swap. I haven't done a swap in a really long time. And so when they said, you know, dark fairy tale, I was like, ooh, my sweet Alice, how I love her so. So anywho, thank you so much for watching. Hope that you have yourself a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.